Singapore, a Myanmar businessman, who suspected his wife of having an affair with an engineer, hired two men to abduct his rival with a view to getting him killed, a district court heard. Alleged mastermind Ong Ong, also known as Win Kai Ong, 33, a Singapore permanent resident, has since left Singapore and the police are seeking his arrest. He recruited Za Min Hlang, 40, and Phia Min Nang, 34, to abduct Mri Mong Mong Thet alias Thompson, 29, a Singapore permanent resident who was working here in 2015. Mr. I's current whereabouts are unknown. Ong's plan was to have Mri abducted, take his house keys and search his home for evidence of the affair with his wife, Sandy. Ong also wanted to have Mri confined at Aloha Changi Chalet, interrogate him on the affair and eventually have him killed, investigations showed. However, the attempted abduction from a Pasir Ris multi-story car park on June 21, 2015, failed after Mri put up a fierce struggle and shouted for help. Mri was tasered but refused to be subdued. When he called on some passers-by at the car park to help him, Za and Phia relayed him and fled, leaving their van parked next to Mr. I's car. On Tuesday, November 21, Za and Phia, who had claimed trial and were tried for 3 days in August 2016, pleaded guilty to their crimes. Za, who is a Singapore permanent resident, was convicted of 7 charges: attempted abduction, possessing a foldable knife, having control of a stun gun and permitting another Myanmar national to drive on 2 occasions without a driving license or insurance coverage. Phia admitted to attempted abduction, having control of a stun gun and pepper spray. The court heard that in 2014, Ong confided in Za that his wife was having an affair with Mri in Singapore. He asked Za to tail the pair in a rental car, and provided him with GPS trackers for the cars of his wife, Sanfi, and for Mr. I's car. In May 2015, Ong instructed Za to pick up Phia and another Myanmar national from the airport. He paid for their expenses and asked them to lease a bedroom close to where Mri lived. The men booked the Aloha Changi Chalet for 3 days from June 21, 2015. They prepared their stun devices and parked their rental van next to Mr. I's car at the multi-story car park at Pasir Ris Street 71 on June 21. When Mri unlocked his car using the remote control that evening, Za and Phia grabbed him from behind and began pushing him towards the van. Mri fought back and called the police after the 2 men had fled. Za was arrested the next day when he turned up at the rental company to return the van. He led police to the chalet where Phia and another Myanmar national were arrested. Police seized, among other things, luggage bags, a meat mincer, a chainsaw, kitchen knives, 2 gas stoves, trolley bags, plastic sheets, cable ties, a cleaver, aprons, a chopping board and rubber boots. To date, only Myanmar national Ye Win Toang, 33, an oil trader, has been dealt with in connection with the case. He was given 6 weeks jail in December 2015 for 20 driving-related offenses.